people are like Chernobyl plants, slower than slugs. Not that a slug can read by any means, but sometimes I read 6 lines at a time. There I am in the middle of the Sahara, more like there I am chugging away at 3 adjacent running wheels at the same time. Question 1. Well, this one's more of a declaration. Jesus wasn't a carpenter, he was a gardener. Question 2. Let it be dead butterfly. Question 3. I am the only one like me. Subtitle, therefore symbol, I am no better for anyone for it. Well, seems all 3 the declarations. It's like I'm retaining water, then I turn around and take another sip of water, and it's like shit, my water broke. Splash. War is in the imagination. That's what the sidewalk chalk won't shut its mouth about. Melon I read with the best save for last. Dream comma love sort of speed is too. Well, at least that's how I read it aloud. In my head with the punctuation and all she might not. Okay. Here's my problem. Like there's one, and even if there was one, like you know what it was. Or at least the basic size and shape of it. The short and skinny if you... I wanna write a book, but up till now I've only done rap. So it's so gonna put out my 200-page album. Can I rock a crowd with excerpts? When will I finally get my superpowers back? Before or after my midlife crisis? Crawl back into the vagina, invent the airplane. Crawl back into the vagina, invent the windmill. Look, I'm overreacting again. Whoa, now a little bit of coming at you, so I'm changing my life. A flick of the wrist, some magic words, catharsis, I like a Presto, I'm overreacting again, but at least I'm making myself laugh. And the BL is the cover, looking like the baby stupidest. I don't believe in drama, but I'm scared stiff for what I was totally not expecting. And hell, if I lose this poem, I lose this poem. It's another peg leg upstairs, neighbor slash tenant, clop, 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 up into infinity. So there's an interesting point. I'll leave a overdose of Adam Whittle's pointing for us. Is this in fact a poem? Question 3, Lee. I feel a circle tracing coming on here. Of course, I'm different from everybody else, Mel. And yes, I'm just like everybody else. We are all the same, we are all people. So in the name of fresh water to drink, I've written a poem because machine wash won't separately will reach tumble drop warm. Do not drop me or iron if decorated WPL 7232 is a poem for Christ's sake. Hey, we're back to question 1. Jesus didn't cut the grass, he just got all melodramatic and motorific and sat in it. And don't tell anybody now, but I'm making this whole thing up as I go along. And it feels good. It's unleavened profundity loaf bread, you know. I'm no leader, I just can't see myself following you. And that's not in a heavy way, you. To phrase a dying wish, quasi question 3, Lee, not you personally, but you personally. I just brought some of the words I write the way I write them. So, watch me do the funky dead butterfly and smile my lost ass found. Perfect. Here's to lightening up the uncola, the special magic treat, the relative sound. Yours truly, Will.
I walk the earth quietly by day and carrying it with no strings attached to my magic marionette. See, there's so little time left, and yet there's so much space. Thinking, why don't you give me a call later on so we can touch base? I swim across the 7 seas and follow the sound of hand claps, and just try to keep my balls out of the sand trap. Cause before I go on live, all my enemies try to contrive plots to make my whole entire routine take a swan dive. But this ain't commercialized hip-hop or indie pop. Nah, this ain't the mashed potato. This ain't the windy hop that dams the goals with. This is called the keep perfectly still before your brain becomes burned out like cheap circuitry will. Lately I've been spending almost all my nights with my hands full between writing my rhymes and my fights with the man wolf. I'm building a better mousetrap and plus a wider fence, cause I trust my instincts and I follow my spider sense.
strength, whimpering, vibrating. The wavelength of its stress signals are more or less symbols. It just trembles, knowing it'll take the weight when the chain breaks and disassembles. See, Mr. Wendell, he knew nothing of this daily struggle. Sit under the dysfunctional family tree and prepare for trouble. Could barely hear the mumbles beneath the ear-piercing rumbles. Sharp tongues slashing mouths while lashing out with verbal belt buckles. Friends crumble under similar circumstances within their own chain of events, from sloppy knots and family ties. The pain is intense, the tension is thick. Two-sided arguments are upsetting to him, stretching the link, testing his endurance and spreading it thin. Trembling, holding on to what's familiar. In the Italian sense, I'm reading the intense drafts of Sylvia Plath before breaking off to an unfamiliar path. Taking course, divert the hurt by trying to act silly and laugh. Making light of situations when I sense a panic attack. I'm a fully licensed self-defense mechanic, and my tool belt is black. She probably thinks I'm dead. She's probably dead. When he left, he said it was so strong, but I know she's wrong. I need back support, my knees fold. Please hold your end of the bargain when I leave home. Please hold the keystone.
How far will he travel? The essential interpretation, watching the sequential falling of the dominoes. Which one will stay erect? A microcosm where every effort is just that. It's just math, paper cuts in the photos to prove the strength. He follows the family, alone as the next member. California dreaming of moving out there in September. I sit in admiration, knowing that the weakest link is also the one that holds the pillars on the brink of collapse. Relapse, the replay of emotional disarray, the staining the stains of teardrops on his t-shirt. Sometimes taking for yourself is harder than giving to those who want to give up living in the circumstance. Dance around the issues of dealing with the problem, trudging through the uncomfortable streets of disparity, all sparing love and clarity, and also ignorance. Chains don't always hold the fingerprints.
Their hearts pump urine and sweaty palms. Tell the lies, so blame it on the drug addict brother in the cover-up. One can't help but become the center of attention when everything is helpless. Be realistic. Ever since the goldfish died, daughter can't see past the makeup. Stapling, please become a savior to everything. Photo album catalog, better order new handholders. Follow the order to someone older and less experienced. The whole choir is off key and forgets the words, so act later and get a free subscription to a diary, not even worth reading. There was a time like this when mother's tears turned lakes and grew tea gardens. Now overgrown with homemade graves, but at least she can keep the whole family together.
Custody.
La la la, it's not size or force, form or technique.
I'll battle you for custody.
La la la, it's not size or force, form or technique.
I'll battle you for custody.
La la la, it's not size or force, form or technique.
I'll battle you for custody.
La la la, la.
Soulmate beauty, brown-eyed queen he left behind. He remembers holding her tight, watching the sunset.
glances and winks toward adversity. Subtle yet as vital as the ink on your currency.
I'm currently spiraling, thinking, inking melatonin, toning, gelling it soft, naturally firming lost, spill off the edge of the whirlpool thoughts, intangible, in the civilization, lacing loud screams, no attachment to parchment, in my apartment, we all wear yellow rubber jackets.
Give me some more, I like the taste, swallow it whole and wipe your face, tickling at your sense of thought the square is brought forth knowledge.
Flying ripples, twisting, your norms trickle.
Or lack of dig above the scrap, submerge yourself in puddles.
Light reflecting off soft waves, making a blurred aspect subject to ponder the vertical dynamics and further respect. One cannot truly feel the mass between the top and bottom points. H2O is the symbolism we have chosen to use as an anointment. Thoughts are sent, dripping and skimming and skipping, dipping my entire action. Creator and pop your inflator flotation devices are your vices. Dislocate your elevator. Later you will yearn and brave the liquid form, break from the norm, open wide face up to attempt to intake particles from the storm.
You thirst for substance to decisive grab. Twice as round as your skin's tough. Wait no further, we touch bottom and break surface. Depth is our eldest daughter. With your eyes and no one's fear.
Took a dip last week through the liquid that gathered near the tip of that peak that exists in my matter. I taught myself to survive without my feet on the ground. I never felt so alive as when I drowned. I took a dip last week through the liquid that gathered near the tip of that peak that exists in my matter. I taught myself to survive without my feet on the ground. I never felt so alive as when I drowned.
Still the shores bend and splash. Heavier on life preserve.
But still pouring, friend, I'm asking asphalt, may I'm out here beguiled by the aquarium that we all deserve to break from.
Reflecting what's observed, deep straight in every curve. Swerve and bend to contend with forward light for purposes served.
I put my greatest foot into the ice cold pool
and roll up the most intense steps been ever.
Ripples, Leviathan, risen, prominence, whetstone, monolith, drinking, continents.
And the animal smells the indefinitely is sour of audience captive, isn't it? The end and the all muddied, that's our humble home. You is a soaking yes.
Release, Niagara, anxious, fragments, pause, deep.
Puddle dynamics.
We an Arctic snowball rolling through the desert.
Sensitive, fluid, too present for dense.
I see numerous seeds free floating upon the chemistry. Evaporation is non-existent to this conglomerate formed by energy. The dawn contorts the destiny, pathway unpredictable. Ripples hold the vision to chisel in and out positions. Visions waving and squiggling, constantly moving, hard to realize by eyes, ears, and listening are tools for saving you from your intelligence demise. Last week through the liquid that gathered near the tip of that peak that exists in my matter. I taught myself to survive without my feet on the ground. I never felt so alive as when I drowned. I took a dip last week through the liquid that gathered near the tip of that peak that exists in my matter. I taught myself to survive without my feet on the ground. I never felt so alive as when I drowned.
I'm in love with a flying mermaid. She brings me glass of air and plates, sings me songs of how we used to love concrete. All my dreams are coral reefs, in my love is a tree. And weave you shattered moonlight chattering about the things we
Gonna
wanna
oughta
be.
My sweet sound safe cab beauty is far up longing stare at the determined mariner.
Navigating through those debating our interest value, envisioning a reach to arrive on an island where anxious waiters fill the beach. Surfacing for breath. Inhale and then return to the depths, submerged in the verses where the worth is kept.
Priceless, exotic, exciting until we evaporate. Drop my mass upon your peninsula, aquatic colors to illustrate.
The sailing power set within a siren song.
Longing to reach the shore, engulf themselves in music via my pools of
my
Evian.
springboard, wearing my water wings for the dive.
And I slit my throat for gills in the event I gotta survive.
We are the raft, the bank, the drift, the kelp, the 40,000 leagues of inspiration treasured, never discovered.
Untouched by timeless traveling amoebas, see the crest overbearing. No seafaring individuals are present in my crowds staring.
Standing, fathoming the distance between the existing rationalizations against the average misfits' fascinations. It's handheld. However, as hard as the waves break, it would take 8 hands to craft the puzzle of the puddle's face.
Dynamics. You understand the presentation of dynamics. You understand the innovation
I taught
of
myself to
dynamics.
survive without my feet on the ground. I never felt so alive as when
Moisten,
Verily, merrily, life is but a sinking feeling.
A little boy throws his pacifier into the ocean as if he'll never cry for a fishing rod. The fat woman with the rainbow umbrella hat runs at you from under harpoon heat. Who taught these boys to float, throw snakes and sand and skip stones?
Yesterday by the river, today by the sea.
Two boys wet with water wings. The sea is some odd billion humans. What does my species make time tick? Or put wind ripples in a would-be sheet of glass. Or cut horizons from segregated centers of mass. Or put wind ripples in a would-be sheet of glass. Or sweep this sand to somewhere where the seagulls fly from rotting wood post to rotting wood post in hopes to rarely lift a foot off earth. Where the leaves on trees are still somewhat symmetrical. Where the grapes grow in bunches and the gooseberries in pairs. A place where there are rules the game is played by. Call it what you will, but carbon and water makes people in soft drinks. Houseflies eat dead dogs and morning glory still spreads like Philly cream cheese.
Path the circles round your life to capture all inside your sight. Magic tricks for skeptics sake. The ISIS then stay off the lake. Waiting for a clock to punch. Wish I could breathe and stop for lunch. If I stop to count the leaves on only one of these here trees, not sure that I know it's pure. Wanna kill the insecure. Some respect, some resent, some remain from start to end. Wear my heart on my short sleeves. I'm stuck out here, I lost my keys. From the roof I watch the street and pray for those that's caught beneath. As long as I know right from wrong, I'll be okay, I'll sing my songs.
As long as I know right from wrong,
I'll be okay, I'll sing my songs. I don't know what I have left to give other than truth and breath. Angel when she shuts her eyes likely will lead to my demise. In between my time is short, about to start my last resort. Wake me up when it's time to make babies, talking planet earthquake. Tie the laces, touch the ground, let emotions rupture now. As long as I know right from wrong, I'll be okay, I'll sing my songs.
as long as I know right from wrong,
I'll be okay, I'll sing my
well,
songs.
as long as I know right from
I'll
wrong,
be okay, I'll sing my songs.
as long as I know right from wrong,
I'll be okay, I'll sing my
well,
songs.
as long as I know right from
I'll be
wrong,
okay, I'll sing.
I wanna lift every yellow brick. I've never felt pressure to have to justify my selfishness, at least not to you or yours, maybe just my friends and fellowships. As long as the mood is somehow linked to my enhanced development, I swear they'll understand. There's a storm outside my tenement, beats upon the windows with Mother Nature's adrenaline. I guess that's why my homie Blockhead stays glued to the television. Now I look less intelligent, cause I'm the one that tried to bear the elements it lost. Well, it's warmed by the filament, huddled up close in the company of all my relatives. Stories, laughs, black coffee, and honest to God sentiment, cocooned inside the unified efforts to all get settled in, away from where the rain pours. Well, count your delegates, weed out the bums who practice migration other than elegant. Of course, I realize the filtering procedure's delicate, but let devils inside to collide with your overzealousness and for the rock bottom. Spot 'em with their carelessness, the urge can burst and turn even those pacifists to militant. You can't even have half a free second to become jealous, and you gotta aim fire and aspire to be model veteran, buried in merit badges. I'm stuck in the center and could care less about the eye of the storm and its monstrous measurements. I got a defense that I call cooling with my brethren. Sometimes I get wet, but it's better than risking life and limb to me. Don't you agree?
As long as I know right from wrong,
I'll be okay, I'll sing my song.
as long as I know right from wrong,
I'll be okay, I'll sing my song.
as long as I know right from
I'll be
wrong,
okay, I'll sing my song.
as long as I know right from
I'll
wrong.
be okay, I'll sing. If you wanna push, then I'm ready to push. But if you pulling while I'm pushing, then why'd you ask me to push? If you wanna push, then I'm ready to push. But if you pulling while I'm pushing, then why'd you ask me to push? If you wanna push, then I'm ready to push. But if you pulling while I'm pushing, then why'd you ask me to push? If you
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your statue with a very funny face. The ram's crumpled horn hangs on a mobile, balanced by its weight and severed feathers. The dead whales were always there. You only needed to put in your 3D glasses. Seen them on the side of the highway, as every American monster drives by with the head of a Cadillac, riding big rig tucked like Ricky Schroeder, silver spoons tray. I've just been here looking for suitable skipping stones or stones with holes to make a mobile. I've just been here looking for suitable skipping stones or stones with holes to make a mobile. I've just been here looking for suitable skipping stones or stones with holes to make a mobile. I've just been here looking for suitable skipping stones or stones with holes to make a mobile. A mobile's a collection of dead things hanging from strings, only living in the wind, giving into the wind, floating wide open in the ocean with closed eyes and a sheet of blank blue sea paper. It's difficult to tell which way's the shore. Here to look for suitable stones to skip and to let the moon play magnet to tell the Mediterranean waves to take me where they will. If I'm one to eat the crumbs from under the table and ready to rock the boat, I'd rather not ride with a straight face, a handshake and a fake smile.
pictures of a missing planet last seen in pursuit of an American dream. This fool actually thinks he could drive his Hummer on the moon, blasting DMX off the soundtrack of a South Park cartoon. Niggas used to buy their families out of slavery. Now we buy chains and links, smokes and drinks. They're paying me to record this, even more if you hear it. Somebody tell me what you think I should do with the money. Yes, Greg, tell me what you think I should do with the money. Exactly how much it's gonna cost to free Mumia. What's he gonna do with this freedom? Talk on the radio? Radio programming is just that, a brainwashed and cleaned of purpose. To be honest, some freedom of speech makes me nervous. And you looking for another martyr in the form of a man, hair like a mane with an outstretched hand. In a world of harsh thoughts, reactionary defensiveness, and counterintelligence, what exactly is innocence? Fuck it, I do believe the existence of police brutality. Who do I make checks payable to? A young child stares at a glowing screen, transfixed by tales of violence. His teenage father tells him that that's life, not that Barney shit. A purple dinosaur that speaks of love, a black man that speaks of blood. Which one is keeping it real, son? Who manufactured your steel, son? Hardcore, basing elements at the Earth's core. Fuck it, I'ma keep speaking till my throat sores. An MC told a crowd of hundreds to put their hands in the air. An armed robber stepped to a bank and told everyone to put their hands in the air. A Christian minister gives his benediction while the congregation hold their hands in the air. Love the image of the happy Buddha with his hands in the air. Hands up if you're confused, define tomorrow. Your belief system ain't louder than my car system. Nigga walk down my block with his Rottweiler. A subwoofer on a leash, each one teach one. The DJ spins a new philosophy into a barren mind. I can't front it, my head nods as if to clear the last image from an etch-a-sketch. Something like Rakim said, I could quote any MC, but why should I? How would it benefit me? Karmic repercussions. Are your tales of reality worth their sonic lace discussions? Suddenly the ground shivers and quakes. A newborn startles and wakes. Her mother rushes to her bedside to hold her to her breast. Milk of sustenance heals and nourishes. From the depths of creation, life still flourishes. Yet we focus on death and destruction, violence, corruption. My people, let Pharaoh go. What have you bought into? How much will it cost to buy you out? What have you bought into? How much will it cost to buy you out? What have you bought into? How much will it cost to buy you out? How much will it cost to buy you out? Penny for a thought. Yo, niggas is half step. Wasting my time. Please, nigga, what? Talk to me. Please, please, can I a dime for that quarter? Penny for a thought. Penny for a thought. How much will it cost?
I used to know this woman who had the most beautiful tattoos on the top sides of both of her hands. She was 43 years old, and as far as I know, had never yet been with a man. It's not that she wasn't attractive, she was beautiful, but it was the way that she interacted. She was aggressively passive, to the point where she would have intimidated any myth that ever tried to catch it. On the right hand, she had a tattoo of a nude girl. She claimed it is what God resembled. But on the left, she had a mirrored image of the same female, and this one, she explained, looked like the devil. I remember once watching her touch her own breasts, how the tattoo smiled as they stared down her stomach, as if anticipating when they'd be allowed to caress the sweet flower that they both seemed to hunger. Sweet flower. Now maybe I was high, but it felt so right. Heaven and hell both take to this woman's womb. It didn't make sense how she could commence touching herself with me wide awake in the same room. But if I've learned anything in my years, I've learned I no longer believed in surprise. But what happened next damn near stole my tears. The tattoos came alive right in front of my eyes. They both slowly stood up and climbed off her hands, and showed me why she never took some time with a man. They climbed deep inside of this woman's garden. She closed her eyes, she gently bit her bottom lip. I stepped, I left, and I don't regret leaving. And I'll never forget all the things I saw that evening. A glimpse of religion, a piece of coming closer to understanding more about what intrigues me most. I didn't get turned on, I just got turned. I wasn't as aroused as I was concerned. For each one of them I've hurt, and every time I've been burned, I've got a lot to teach, but even more to learn. So now I keep my eyes open, hoping to take in all I can about woman, taking in all she can. And for as long as I breathe, I'll save a seat in my memory for that woman with the tattooed hands. There's good and evil in each individual, for I identifies needs and feeds our desires. As long as we keep our spirit inspired, she can bite her bottom lip all she wants. There's good and evil in each individual, for I identifies needs and feeds our desires. As long as we keep our spirit inspired, she can bite her bottom lip all she wants. There's good and evil in each individual, for I identifies needs and feeds our desires. As long as we keep our spirit inspired, she can bite her bottom lip all she wants. There's good and evil in each individual, for
never left my head and I turn to look back. Every 7 page is an anthem for a different mood. In a perfect world, I set the perfect mood. In a perverted abode, I claim road in plain clothes and sing songs of utter depression, love, chemical imbalance, sheer paranoia. My science is fiction. I kick space rap to the down to earth heads. The kids that get dubbed are the only ones that wanna listen. My words are my world, believe it or not, they mean a lot to some. Can't say that I'm ahead of my time. I feel that my time will never come. Can't exist outside the bottle, no crack under pressure. No one questions why they got there, and if they don't, things don't get any better. Less than demigod for an object of animal animating. It is still life digital and red carpet. Walking in circles is my red carpet. These are distress signals spanning you and I in verses. So if anyone hears in a soul survivor of a dying civilization, a galaxy called integrity, in that bell called creativity. But it's not a black dwarf snuffed by cold world. I keep warm by burning dead bodies, smell of the beast sun never sets. Tall arms go walk the streets until the building no longer remains. My people are my people, come as an ally. The line's been drawn, this is my goal tank. Everywhere I go, I don't belong. Unknown by most, hated by many, adored by the rest. Police a shed skin, I'm so east, but why did I end up on the west? Don't wanna sacrifice my cadence and zen instructor designed by rhymes, etc. Hip-hop music for the advancement of mankind. More than an egomaniacal sarcastic label for a movement. The wind of change still smells like a million corpses and kerosene marching to burn down the walls in the village and storm the castle. Run up the damsels, take them to the river. Now we can spawn. This ain't pre-millennium tangent. It's the result of too much free time on dusty fingers, and it'll be a wonderful ride. A million bleeding hearts, composing prose and blood to live and die 1,000 times. This is a black and white photo album, outlines and infrared. The infrastructure is dead. Instructions for the scene of the massacre, asking for forgiveness, no begging, only body. Everybody gets dummies in the alleyway, so cast the rolling luck. Watch my breath and mark my words in white chalk. Gawking at reflections, walking in misdirections, catching bad ones. This isn't spoken word, it's the reinvention of Sugar Hill. Right now your girl is transfixed upon my scripts, and this is soul, and we're making love right now, so I don't need to take her to the hotel. This is a love song, I pass out roses for the thorns in my flesh. I'm like, these are groupies, I'm a man with my whole life's a freestyle set. Stars are only in the sky, so nothing gets to my head. The universe is my A&R, by the time I fall off, I'll probably be dead. It's been a long time since the mountain pine trees and shoveling snow. Now my closest peers are the greatest talent I ever know. Music's gotten impersonal, hip-hop design has gotten vain. So MCs, I ain't feeling you, find to know your real name. Hip-hop ain't dead, the industry isn't whack. Any hip-hop is a demo fair. Keep the sight set, but you wanna move rats, minds are posteriors. I'm still a fan, corporate insider and rainmaker. It's springtime, where are the centaurs and people in grass skirts? This is the verb, the melting point, where your favorite MCs can't be lazy anymore. It's a psychopath, this is psych rap with violence. My life stranded on an island with no food and beautiful women feeding my ego or what little is left. No, this is gangster rap, my shirt's unbuttoned. We steal the moments of brilliance, even limelights, chopping up keys to break the floodgates. Maybe this is instrumental hip-hop and I don't know when to shut up. Or maybe this is turntable music, scratch the eyes and I'll scratch yours. Or what if this is honest music and I mean every other word I say? Don't take anything literal out of context and take it for what it is. If you want labels, we can divide, I'll still be strong. Bottom line, it's all art. This is a good and a bad song.
me insane. Nothing stable in this flame. Maneuver elusively, confusiously, and unsustained. I'm knocking in heaven's door, but my prayers are being ignored. So on earth to remain with my pistols, use pain and trickery to knock out 90% of my brain. I reprogram my mainframe, introducing love, but not as a game, but as a protective layer to coat my spiritual plane and keep me in a straight lane with much to gain. Use vulnerability as a weapon in the land of the decrepit. I spoke actualities, not fantasies, to shatter larynxes, splits in the breath. Seems as difficulty rises, but every step climbing the ladder success. Get every stress in your thoughts and what it best. I confess that deep in my chest, I deserve the respect as one of the best. But my light gets saved by water stars. Residuals manifest who they are, plus they minus the war scars. I work hard in reflection of God and soul creator. What I write on paper are chronicles of my behavior. My own matrix is my savior. When the bell rings, I may be the engraver. Thoughts concentrated with the radiance of a laser. Metoronic was sent to blaze holes to all my fingers. Life could fly by within the blink of an eye. A flash of light could mean goodnight. Behind colored lines is where the demon hides. Provide sparks to divide the minds of mankind. Metatron prevent for sunshine lit the dark sky. Negotiating you and I. Life could fly by within the blink of an eye. A flash of light could mean goodnight. Behind colored lines is where the demon hides. Provide sparks to divide the minds of mankind. Metatron prevent for sunshine lit the dark sky. Negotiating you and I.
No time for patience, need migration out of the basement. Facing placement or replacement, both sides adjacent and non-complacent. Two parallel confines of high-speed data lines that buy my mind and my third eye, while keeping my soul watch to the lies that try to discourage the rise. Give intellectual lectures to the darkest sectors, while selectors and mic checkers drop science over records. Man with pains that attend to send mail bombs over the internet. Death threats, subliminal encryption set the virus scans cannot detect. Inspections of infections, bioengineered to kill the ghetto youth. While SS troops disguise blue suits cast shadows over the truth. Random thoughts on paper convinced unbelievers of my insanity. While many of you out there try to share my views on reality. Wrapped in metaphor, applaud the raw salt, spoken war. Pour core, share folklore, use memory banks to try and store. Blueprints inside, read, digest, accepted, and projected. In positive capacity, crash the galaxy, passing in.
Life should fly by within the blink of an eye. A flash of light can mean goodnight. Behind colored lines is where the demons hide. Provide sparks to divide the minds of mankind. Metatron prevents for sunshine lit the dark skies. Negotiating you and I. Life could fly by within the blink of an eye. A flash of light can mean goodnight. Behind colored lines is where the demon hides. Provide sparks to divide the minds of mankind. Metatron prevents for sunshine lit the dark skies. Negotiating you and I. Dance to the last song of the apocalypse. One movement of consciousness brought to the rhapsody is 7 trumpets. For what it's worth, this earth is cursed with humanoid germs that plague nature's afterbirth. Embracing the hatred, cold and vacant, straight away from the sacred matrix. Honesty was naked, swing swords of justice to abolish Satan. A cognition in God's creation, reflecting all self-relation. Jotted in pages for inventory to tell the story of glorious times. The now is yours and mine. The earth's inheritance is for those who live in the present time. Bloodshed grows from the battle of souls, thriving on the pathless road. And the world that's sat below who burned the scrolls won't return home.
Beautiful and silver ring, my mother. Suddenly, a bite as my fishing rod fell to the floor, along with the labelless empty can of some processed vegetable that had propped it up.
Our Holy Father is probably closer to the horseshoe crowd than, say, let's see, maybe Jupiter?
Number 3.
Also, I can't believe what I've been taught to take note of his brushes from the Pledge of Allegiance on down to the correct spelling of success. I don't dream in cursive or standardized rigmarole in utility. Powerful being scarves and dog ears and near truth smeared between index and appendix. But heck, I'm smart now, but at least the lunches were hot. George Washington, Woodrow Wilson, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Texas, the Longhorn State, refraction of light in your atmosphere, triceratops, A-E-I-O-U, and sometimes there's no such thing as a dumb question. Out damn spot, PEMDAS, cosine of a 90-degree angle. 0, S2, Brute, whales and dolphins and people do. The Civil War was something to be proud of. Subject, prepositional phrase, predicate, and size order was only the beginning. So I wonder, has my doodling suffered? Who misses covering their textbooks? Authority figures, folded hands, silence, brainwashing is education. We, the school board and the church and state, acting on behalf of our sponsors, are here to protect you, all of you, from drugs and the slightest knowledge of sole purpose. I never had a problem with cheating. Upon receipt of your son or daughter's scores, you may find him or her to be more than above average and kind of well the following. I want my unit Anticon back. And that last wish for an infinite amount of wishes. The damn, the difficult and the testable material. That's funny, yours says good job too. I'm so bad with names of mice and men. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah, he's so creative, but he's no XL57. He's completely complacent, self-sufficient offspring. Can be confined and reconfigured to appear as any of the three sexes and have a complete record of every single thing there ever is and will be.
Johnny Cock
Fist fights, the twisted, precious torture of social acclamation. Bells clang to segment the fun filled artificial day for the room. Some several hundred Galapagos sea turtles line up to enter the building. If you give them all different names and teach them all the same thing, the earth turns into toffee and you can find out how good people really, really are. Static and cold, my formative years was spent projecting myself outside that window from a chair with the desk. Bolted to it, the sacrificial Billy Goat accepted what had been pounded through it. The next person who encourages me not to write in the first person gets left back. In case of fire, quietly and in an orderly fashion, form a single file line in the front of the class and wait for your instructor facing the door. Continue toward the north stairwell, then proceed calmly and quickly toward the nearest exit. Leave your bags and coats behind. In case of fire, quietly and in an orderly fashion, form a single file line in the front of the class and wait for your instructor facing the door. Continue toward the north stairwell, then proceed calmly and quickly toward the nearest exit. Leave your bags and coats behind. Kindly thank you. You can't tell me I'm not good at math or right am I. I've got 25 jumping jack left in 2 big circles to run and don't wanna be late for 10th of head nodding and time glass present. In 6 months I'll be a college graduate and then I'm gonna be Mr. Dr. Police Fire Spaceman Ballerina Zookeeper Cowboy President of the United States. What are you gonna be? Infected, affected, dyslexic, skeptic, disconnected. Just what they we are you expected. Memorize that before we accept after seeing.
I'm 3.705 in diameter, so you never receive your piece of the pie. Conceiving a style like me, oh man, child 3.14. In my formula, I ladder illegally on the picket line. So still inclined to watch your parts like hands full. The minimal with hands low, I'm subliminal until now. A league available on promo. Building therapy on cell blocks. Landing an unorthodox, breaking out 2x2 format, distort the locks. Unearth the proper inertia. In one verse, I rocks the cradle. All these bitch kids is nose to lip, I crack the navel. In my aquarium, you big fish, you scum. Sucker stuck the drums. Radioactive concrete, my click slick. And next time, figure my complex rhyme can't trigger the enzymes. I'm more than what heather hunters jaws hold. I strike the growth, plus more tricks up my sleeve. Plus, conceive my concert bus. What a robust flow does to those non-original release. All the prisoners in my ant farm make underground soup and rock well in the 0-piece suit. Go on and shoot. Who wanna battle my nutsack? I turn hard rock to fraggles and traveling mats. So everywhere I'm at, you could be my red carpet or a stain. So stimulate the right side of the brain, duck and move. My brain against the grain, defends the brain. Same less the plain and meaning on the stage. I'm still Mike fiending, leaning on the foundation of styrofoam. Throughout the damn world, let myself be known. Wedding and renovate the default setting. Setting MCs up for beheading. Before these lyrics I'm shedding light like the sun losing its skin tight, slithering yet withering between life's shadows settling. Introducing a queer poet, you don't wanna battle, you babble too much and lose me with these rhetorics of life's travels. So at the fork I do split, send the souls to negative and positive, okay spit. Say something of intelligence. I send and send men medicine and vocals to alleviate the present tense. Wait, my spidey sense say this: any fool with turntables ain't necessarily a turntablist. Any idiot off the street can rhyme, so what's a lyricist? Very few hear me, even listen to what I make. These so-called contributors are all take a moment of a deep breath and don't tempt fate. Tito will be the next idiot dying at heaven's gate. Duck comment at the comment, don't stop. Ain't no Lutherian spacecraft following comets, so what's hip-hop? I vomit in the face of a mainstream society. It seems the essence of creativity has been drained, finally.
eyes on me, performing an irony in more ways than one mouth moves when it shouldn't. I'll do my shuffle for the acceptance of those who think my mouth should stay closed. I tried, but it couldn't possibly be soft-spoken. Imagine me speaking to you with a message you haven't heard in 6 years. Battered and beaten by those retreating when I break from the norm. I perform differently than my peers. I blacken up my eyes to hide the surprise, the hurt of rejection infectious. Since I learned the oneness of speech reach to the ones who surround. This time I need their assistance to kick while I'm down. Clutching at my inside, screaming at the top of my lungs. Step on my fingers as I grasp the rungs of my life. Laughing at the off-the-wall performance, i.e. my agony dragging me down to where I stoop for them. A giant surrounded by dwarfs in a circle. But I'm far from a b-boy, yet my head spins and I'm choking on more than phlegm. It's a little something called silence that I refuse to give up for my performance. Gaining me glares and disrespect from the others, and now it's killing me literally because I followed the routine of my brothers from henceforth. This will never happen again. I spam the crowd to see the evil never ends. Realizing consequences of my actions, my blood stains on the ground spell out disgrace. My time for my set has been cut to a fraction. As I writhe in pain on the ground, I see a grin on every face. Realizing consequences of my actions, my blood stains on the ground spell out disgrace. My time for my set has been cut to a fraction. As I writhe in pain on the ground, I see a grin on every face. Slipping, talking, watching, talking, watching, leaving. Slipping, watching, talking, leaving. Slipping, watching, talking, watching, leaving. Slipping, talking, watching, watching, leaving. What exactly is it you're laughing at? I'm dying here, not lying, wishing I could express how I feel. This is my worst performance ever, and it appears a healthy helping of remorse shall be my last meal. I see acceptance bears a heavy burden. For me it's all for nothing, I refuse to make a noise to them. They never understood me before, now I'm here on the floor, realizing I conform to be condemned. I'm savoring the moment of applause, pause. If I was standing, I would take a bow, wave and cry. But instead I'm searching for a savior and going back and forth in my head. If I should break my silence or die, I have the crowd in my hand, but on the other, this would be the final act. I should go for broke, or should I? Why would I? When I've dismissed the audience and always viewed their opinion as nothing but a joke. This is quite a situation. My suit is ruined and I'm losing their attention. What's my motivation? Silence is golden, so the saying goes, and my life slips away as my ego receives inflation. Realizing consequences of my actions, my blood stains on the ground spell out disgrace. My time for my set has been cut to a fraction. As I writhe in pain on the ground, I see a grin on every face. Realizing consequences of my actions, my blood stains on the ground spell out disgrace. My time for my set has been cut to a fraction. As I writhe in pain on the ground, I see a grin on every face. Slipping, talking, watching, talking, watching, leaving. Slipping, talking, watching, leaving. 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 Talking, watching, leaving. The curtains dropping, vision blurred, absurd. To move my mouth, I've never had a turnout such as this. I've used my last bit of strength to roll over and cover the disgrace on the ground that I need them to miss. I'm a starving artist, stuffed with attention that I paid the price for. I refuse to discuss my salary with you. I changed for you, now I'm expecting some spare change from you. Slipping, talking, watching, leaving. Talking, watching, leaving. Slipping, talking, watching, leaving. Talking, watching, leaving. Slipping, talking, watching, leaving. Talking, watching, leaving. Slipping, talking, watching, leaving. The eyes beneath the bill of the cap, marks amongst the flies that hover over the map. Here lies, but only when there's a reason. Measures life by the tragedy, the comedy, the season. Pour it, handling and managing income. Got enough love to pass around and then some. Been done, that there, a name you can trust. Read the whole matchbook and put a flame to the brush. Good with pets and rips up sex. With the show in biz, trying to give what you get. When you let him run free with the thought, pull the line in and try to see what you thought. I ain't all that bad, but I ain't all that great. Went back to the lab and began to mutate. Wait, I still look the same, still got the same dumb name. Ain't a damn thing changed. But if you like surprises, I know of a party where they all dance around to your heartbeat. Bring your own agenda and embrace your flaws. Let's put a face on this common cause. And he said some got pencils and some got guns. Some know how to stand and some of them run. We don't get along, but we sing the same song. Party for the fight to right, we'll right on. Stay gold, pony boys. stay true, outspoken, make a record, Mr. Gangster, and get them all open with the theories, the stories, the truth, the myths. It's all therapy on top of turntable riffs. This industry's big, so big in fact, we can all get some and we can give some back. And if it's done correct, we'll make more than noise. So pick it up and pick me up when you're bored with the toys. As a child, hip-hop made me read books, and hip-hop made me wanna be a crook, and hip-hop gave me the way and something to say, and all I took in return was a second look. Son, you shook, cause ain't no such thing as halfway there. Getting good at acting like you just don't care. The circle of life, trying to make it square. Conditioning self to sit still and stare. Oh, where have all the sheep gone? Burnt down the farm and turned the TV on. John Coltrane, Marvin Gaye, and Bob Marley all get invitations to my party. He said some got pencils and some got guns. Some know how to stand and some of them run. We don't get along, but we sing the same songs. Party for the fight to right. And if I spent any more time inside my head, I'd probably need some leather straps attached to my bed. And if I go another day without eating a meal, I'm gonna show you what it means to keep it real. And if they keep shooting guns up and down my block, I swear to God I'll be the first one to call the cops. And if I gotta hear that song ever again, you're gonna have to share some of that beer, my friend. They mistake me as happy, go lucky, just another facehead bobbing nobody. But from where I stand, they sound like spies, filling all the children's heads with lies. Well, alright, get your money right, but right now tonight I want you to pick a side. So when you got your power and you got your cheddar, let's get together, soldier, overthrow this hold and make these roads better. Bring it on, right now. He said bring it on, right now. He looked you in the eye and he said bring it on, right now. Ain't nothing but a party, y'all, let's get it on. Some got pencils and some got guns. Some know how to stand and some of them run. We don't get along, but we sing the same songs. Party for the fight to right, right on. Some got pencils and some got guns. Some know how to stand and some of them run. We don't get along, but we sing the same songs. Party for the fight to right, right on. Some got pencils and some got guns. Some know how to stand and some of them run. We don't all get along, but we sing the same song. Party for the fight to right, right on. Some got pencils and some got guns. Some know how to stand and some of them run. We don't all get along, but we sing the same songs. Party for the fight to right, right on. Some got pencils and some got guns. Some know how to stand and some of them run. We don't all get along, but we sing the same songs. Party for the fight to right, right on.
Go back to Egypt and the Greeks, where the wizard understood the spirit haunted where man seeks and spoke to ghosts that stood in blood. Go back to the old legend. The soul remembers and is true. What has been most and least imagined, no other, there is nothing new. The giant phantom is ascending toward its coronation, gowned with unheard music, yet unending. Follow the flower to the ground.